Festival of the Arts 2026 is here at Epcot. What's new? What are some must-dos that we have to do? Well, I'm going to take you along with me and we're going to go check it out. So first I went over to Creations to see all the new festival merch. I always do this every time there is a festival, check out the new merch. This is actually a TikTok that I made previewing the merch. So go show that some love if you want to. On my TikTok, it's I'm Grace Moulton. But yeah, I did look at the merch just to see what it looked like, and I mean, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite design that they ever done, but I don't get festival merch really, so but anyways. Then I headed over to Communicore Hall to see Once Upon a Stage, which shows all Broadway pieces from Disney, which is so beautiful to see how these actually look in person. I always love seeing the Mary Poppins one. That one is one of my favorites when they did display that one. But all of them are just such pretty and beautiful pieces to see in person. I love seeing the Beauty and the Beast one this year. This year was really special and so beautiful to see in person. So I just finished a few different things at the festival. I wanted to hit those first and everything because I know they're going to be very packed later. But I saw the Broadway show display that they had. And then I also checked out the festival merch. Little underwhelming in my opinion, but that's just me. I don't really get festival merch anyways because I don't like merch with years on it personally, but that's just me. That's a personal issue. But now I am going around World Showcase, gonna check out the different booths. They're gonna be opening in a few minutes. They all open up at 11 o'clock if you're wondering whether it's the art booths or food booths. They'll be opening up at 11 a.m. So now I'm just gonna go around and check it out. So come along. Seeing so many different artists work in the parks is so beautiful. The amount of talent these people have is truly crazy. The art is so beautiful. Look at this one. It's so cute. Lines for checkout for Festival of the Arts are no joke. I literally spent 30 minutes in line for a postcard. I mean, the postcard is cute. You guys saw the postcard. It is adorable. I gasped and I was like, I need this immediately, so I had to get it. But now I'm gonna explore a little bit more, check out more of the booths because I'm gonna do the teaching art thing that they have in the America Pavilion. So we're gonna do that in a few. But yeah.
Point. Let's catch it in here. So now we have a better shape happening, and also I might even flatten the top of his head down.
The eyes are big because you have to exaggerate the poses. The bigger the eyes are,
10 o'clock. It's actually going to be back here, and it's going to be facing away just a bit more, so we can draw
ahead and draw some of that in. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a horizontal line.
I like to kind of almost color in my lines as I go. So if you have a nice solid, wow. Okay, I'm way impressed.
Nice. Oh my gosh. No, seriously. Let's see way back there. I'm practicing though. That's really where a lot of it came in.
So I just sat down for lunch outside because there was no seating inside of Connections. So I got myself a kids meal because, we're balling on a budget. Sprite hits cracked. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy some lunch. The festival, I was saying this to a friend because I might be meeting up with a friend in a little bit. But basically I was like, it's busy, but it's not crowded. When I was waiting in line for the postcard, it literally took me 30 minutes to get through the line, but also they had one register, so it was a little hard to bring out all those people. So that I understand. I like salt, don't judge me. But I'm just gonna enjoy some lunch right now, and yeah. Then here I am just doing the paint wall. So basically you paint a few squares onto this wall and it becomes this one big beautiful masterpiece that everyone is part of. And you do get a little bookmark for it, and it shows the actual design of what it's going to end up being like at the end. We are heading over to the Odyssey now to look at the stuff in there. I just did the paint wall, and looking at my hands, I still have paint on me, even though I washed it off in the bathroom. Shout out to those nice girls who took video from me, because I am currently at the moment alone with the festival, so shout out to them. But now I'm gonna go check out the Odyssey, see what's in there, try to get more of this paint off, hopefully. I was just glad I wasn't able to, glad I didn't get on this white shirt, because that would have been sad. But we're gonna go ahead in the Odyssey now. Okay, so I am in the back of World Showcase area, trying to figure out what I want to do exactly. You know, I've been looking through the booths, looking at the different activities and stuff like that. At the end of this video, or probably somewhere in the video, I'm gonna give like my must-dos and stuff that you have to do at this festival. This one is my personal favorite festival, so I always love going to it. So yeah, I'm just chilling, walking around, definitely getting my steps in. But yeah. Okay, so I found a somewhat decent quiet corner to discuss a couple things, because I wanted to go over my must-dos for this festival. This is my personal favorite festival, so I always love going to it, especially on opening day. There's so much to do. Because also I'm not really a foodie, so it's like I don't like, yes, I go to like food and wine and stuff like that, but I don't really do much with it. So this is my kind of festival. So here are some of my must-dos for Festival of the Arts. First off, I always say check out the merch booths. So all the different canvases, postcards, like whatever kind of artwork that they have, I always like to recommend and check out, because you never know, you could find a perfect piece of art for your house or your home or whatever, and you can have it displayed in a little bit of your vacation, a little bit of Disney, but also you get to support an artist as well through this festival as well too, which is one thing I love about this festival, is they have different artists come in and basically have these booths for them to support their art. So I always love that, and I always love checking out reoccurring artists that come back for the festival as well too. Like one of my favorite artists, I don't know how to say his name, but I'm going to say Dylan. He does amazing art, and I always love checking out his work. Might come back for that postcard set that he has coming out, but that's to be determined. Next thing that I always love to recommend, and I feel like this is great for any age, is the mirror wall where you can paint. So basically what you do is you go up to the counter, you get a little paint cup as well as a paintbrush. Then you can go over to the wall and find your assigned number, and then you can go paint on the wall 6 squares or whatever, how many squares that they tell you to paint. Today for us, because it was opening day, they said 6. So I always recommend that. It can get a little bit messy, especially for kiddos. Like even for me, like I was trying my best to not get paint on me, but I still ended up getting paint on my hands, and I had to run to the bathroom afterwards because I was afraid of getting it on my white shirt. So I did not want to do that, but I definitely recommend that. Then 3, if you are a foodie, obviously check out the food. I know a lot of people love different foods at the festival as well. You could definitely check out their videos. Also, I would say with the festival as well and everything, like make sure you always pick up that little passport that they're gonna give you as well. It will tell you everything about new foods, booths, anything like that. It will give you more information about it. That way you have it on standby in case you have a question about it. So I definitely say always have that and everything. That's gonna be basically your best friend throughout the festival, or any festival at Epcot as well. It's gonna be so helpful to you. So I always recommend having those. And then obviously also another thing I must do is definitely check out the festival exclusives, with like activities, food, whatever maybe is kind of tying into what I already said for sure. Definitely check those out. This one's a big one. The Disney on Broadway display that they have at Communicore Hall. Definitely a must do. It can get packed in there very quickly. But I always recommend checking out the pieces. They're so beautiful, especially to see in person. I never been to actual Broadway before, but this is the closest thing I got to it. So I always say definitely recommend to, especially if you're into theater. I always say it's a cool thing to check out and especially see. So definitely recommend that. Also, another thing I would recommend is the performance that they have at night at Epcot and everything, featuring Broadway performers. This thing can get very packed easily. I don't usually stay around that time at the parks anyways, unless it's on a very rare occasion. But like a lot of times, like people will line up hours ahead of time just so they can get a good seat for the viewing. Like a lot of people do that all the time, especially with Festival of the Holidays. They will do that to see whoever is the special guest speaker, or guest performer and everything. In this case, with Festival of the Arts. So that's also definitely a must do. But if it's not a priority, like if you happen to do it kind of thing, I feel like it's that kind of case. But if you're really into like musical theater, Broadway type of stuff like that, then this might be a must do for you. It's not for me, but I do love a good old Broadway show or musical. So, but I'll definitely have to try it sometime. I have to try it, but it's just like, it's so hard to get in. I will warn ahead of time. I see the videos of people trying to line up ahead of time for this. So definitely would say plan ahead, especially if this is an important thing for you to see. So after this, I did end up meeting with a friend, and we just hung around, explored the festival even more. I walked so many steps this day, but I had a lot of fun. It was a very fun day, and I'm glad I could share it with you guys.